You want to reach your goal faster, but somewhere you're stuck. Well, no worry. In this video, I explain you what you should do to reach your goals faster. And this is a method that's proven by Proctor, and we applied it already to thousands of people to reach their goals faster. And that can be in a sports environment, that can be a relationship, that can be in your business. Whatever goal you would like to achieve, you should apply this method. And Bob Proctor told me, tell me what you really want and I'll show you how to get there. In the beginning, when the first time he said that to us, I was really curious. How can you know what my goal is, and how can you know in everything but about anything? But he didn't have to know anything about or everything about anything. He did just to know how to apply his mind to get it, because the application of your mind is for reaching any goal the same system. It's a blueprint. So how do you get your goal faster? How do you get faster to the things that you really want in your life? Well, the first thing that you have to commit to or decide to, what do you really want? Because most of the people, they don't really know what they want. They want something. They daydream a little bit, but they're not committing to something. Well, it doesn't have to be something very big, but it has to be something that needs a little change of yourself. And why is that so important, that you have to set a goal that needs a change, that asks a change of yourself? Because we are beings that need a certain evolving. If we don't grow, we die. And if we don't grow, we're getting depressed. If we don't grow, we're getting burnout. So people who are not feeling well at this moment are people who are not growing at this moment. As soon as you grow, you have the feeling that everything is good. And you know those moments that when you are learning a new skill, and then in a certain moment you have that little breakthrough, and you're in the zone and you're progressing. That's our moments that you always remember. Those are the good moments. If you are in a relationship and you feel that you have that connection and you feel that the relationship is growing, those are moments of joy. If you're playing with your children, you feel that connection and you feeling that bonding is growing. That are moments that you really enjoy. And same with your business. If you feel that you're growing in your business, those are moments of joy. And therefore, before you can enjoy your life, you have to know where you are going to. You have to set a certain direction and set a goal that is not limiting yourself. Set an ambitious goal, something, a goal that you need to evolve, that you need to grow. So at one hand, we have our goal. That you have to know. Where are you going? Once a guy said me a story about a horse rider, and he stopped the horse rider on his horse, and he said, "Where are you going?" He said, "I don't know, ask the horse." Well, most of the people, they are living their way like that. They are sitting on a horse, life, but they don't know where life is taking them. So you need to take the reins in hand, and you should be able to direct your life towards the goal that you really like to achieve. So I said already, goal is one. And if you're really good in that, you put it on a goal card, because that goal card, put it in words. And if you spell something, if you spell a word, well, you know that, put a spell on something, well, spell your words of your goal. By writing your goal down, you're creating an image. And if you create an image, now you're getting emotionally involved. If you can get emotionally involved with your goal, and the more you get emotionally involved with your goal, the more that it will be impregnated in your subconscious mind. And that's where the fertile soil is, your subconscious mind. That's where the magic happens. Once it is in your subconscious mind, your body will start to vibrate that goal. And once it starts to vibrate that goal, that moment you start to create the actions on a consistent basis towards your goal. And that's where you want us to be, to have that drive, not from our willpower, but from an unconscious feeling that you need to go there. And the other thing that you have to know, once you have set your goal, once you're there and you say, okay, I have my goal, I know where I want to go, check it if is there any personal growth. Bob explained as well, if you set a goal and you and you speak it out towards yourself and say, I'm so happy and grateful now that and you don't have that shiver on your back, you don't get a little bit afraid of your own goal. It's not a goal. Make it larger, put an extra zero, multiply it, think bigger. If you say your goal and you don't have getting emotionally involved by that little fear of how will I get there? How will it be possible that I will achieve this? If you don't have that, once you decided on a certain goal, the goal is not big enough. You won't be motivated enough. You won't get out of your bed every day to achieve that goal. You need something that is scaring you. If it scares you, it will motivate you. And in the next video, I'll explain you how you can get down that barrier of fear. But for today, I want you to write down your goal that is really a goal that will make you grow as a person. Because there happiness lies, the moment that you grow. The second thing that you have to know is, where are you now? Most people, they go and they say, okay, I set a goal, and they start chasing that goal. But if you don't know where you are at this moment, then you will start off with a lot of overload, a lot of weight, extra weight, and that will temper your growth. That will break down the action that you take, because you have that hidden overload. And what is that hidden overload? It's not, when I say you have to know where you are at this moment, I don't mean where you are physically or what your circumstances are, how much there is on your bank account, how your relationship is at this moment. You're single and you would like to meet someone. Well, that's clear. I'm single. Well, that's not what I mean. What I mean is, who are you? And to know who you are, you need to know what your beliefs are. What are your paradigms? Because your paradigms are like the software, the controlling software of your actions. And the controlling software of your actions in your subconscious mind, this is installed by your past. And I'm not here to go dive in your past, and I don't need to know the reasons, and I don't think you should know the reasons to dive in your past. Why did you start believing certain things? You only have to know what you are believing at this moment, because if you don't know what you are believing, you will not be able to change it for something opposite or something better, or a belief that will propel you towards your goal. So in a certain area of your life, and that can be financial, that can be health, relationship, you need to know, what do I really believe? What do you believe about marriage? Do you really believe that marriage is the sacred, or it's really the most optimal situation to live life? Or did you see so many divorces that you don't believe anymore in marriage? Well, that if you say to yourself, yeah, well, I don't believe in marriage, then probably it won't help. It won't help that you're still thinking or believing that marriage is not something possible, not something for all your life. It's not something that will endure. Well, how do you think that your next relationship will be attracted? You will attract someone that also is thinking about marriage like this and so. We'll try and we'll see, and then we go further. That's not a commitment, but that counts also for your financial situation. What do you believe about money? And the single most easiest way to discover those beliefs is in the language that you use. Because it's not that easy to find out, what do I really believe? And probably you can ask some help from people that you're living with around you, and maybe that also are a little bit occupied with this material. That's also a plus. But anyway, if you speak out and you are discussing with someone, and in a sentence you're launching your your sentence, and then in the middle of the sentence you apply the but. I would like a new job, but. Well, after that but, most of the time your belief is discovered. After the but, you will explain what you believe on a subconscious level. I like money, but it brings also a lot, whatever. I would like to have a new relationship, but. Every time after that but, you'll discover a little paradigm. And if you can become aware of those beliefs, those paradigms, that's the first step. Now you can say, okay, are those beliefs serving me towards my goal? Because it's always related to your new goal. If you don't believe in an abundant world, and that you don't believe that we are living in a world where creation, where you don't have to be competitive. If we don't have enough, we just create more. Well, then you will always interact with the world, with the market, from a scarcity, from a perspective of lack. And if you only have a perspective of lack, you will start fighting against something that you don't need. I believe that there's an abundant possibilities, and we live in a world of abundance. So if you believe that there is abundance, that there are infinite possibilities, I just have to align myself with the idea to attract more. I don't have to fight for a little bit piece of bread because there is bread enough. I don't have to fight for a new customer because there are customers enough. I don't have to chase a new trade in Forex because there are opportunities enough. If the moment I changed my beliefs about those things, my words started to change, and my results started equally. So I would like to invite you, if we say, where are you now? Well, that is not the physical state where you're now, but that's more the belief state, your personality state. What do you believe now? And start to really jot those down, note them, and catch yourself if you say something that is not serving your goal. And then once you have found 1, 2, 3, or 4 type of beliefs, well, now you have to find a way to change them. And the only way to change a paradigm is by repetition. And that can be endless repetition, over and over and over again. Every time you say to yourself, well, I live in an abundant world, I don't need to compete because I'm a creator. Well, anything what is the opposite of what you believe and is productive towards your goal is a good change. And you should say those things in the morning, in the evening, during the day, and say them with intention. When you speak them out, if you think about it, then it should be intended towards your goal. And once you do that, now you're aligning yourself with your new goal. Now you're aligning yourself with the person that you want to be, and you left behind those overloads which are dragging you down at this moment. Those old beliefs are dragging you backwards, and you need to get rid of them by overriding them by repetition, by repeating. Okay, I hope you had some good value in this video. If you like this video, thumbs up and subscribe, because there are more videos to come, and I'll explain everything what Bob Proctor taught me and what helped me to become a better Forex trader and a better entrepreneur and a better father in the same moment, just by understanding how my mind works. And I would like to share that with you so that you also can understand how your mind works better. And the only thing that we can change is ourselves. The rest is to the rest. See you the next time.